Hey everybody, welcome back to MinieStation. Today I wanted to talk about beauty hacks because they're all over the fucking place, of course, and every website talks about them, every beauty website at least. You see them all the time on Pinterest. You see them, people talking about beauty hacks on Reddit that are just like scary, honestly. And some of them are kind of harmless and some of them are kind of dumb. And it's like, okay, points for trying to be cute and clever, but some of them are actually just, why would people do these things to themselves? And so I went through massive lists of them. A lot of times, like I said, they're on Pinterest, so they're just kind of like put in my face and I couldn't help but write them down. And I wanted to talk about them today, particularly because these people that put out these beauty hack ideas almost always have this like harebrained logic about why it works, and less informed people are going to take that logic and be like, oh, that sounds right, I'll do this. And I don't want that to happen. So I went through and I picked my 5 favorite worst beauty hacks, and we're gonna go over them. We're also gonna go over why they suck, and then we're also gonna go over some actually healthy, good alternatives for them. And just so you guys know, I'm doing this in the order of least terrifying to most terrifying. I don't usually categorize videos like that. I don't usually put emphasis on things, but kind of needed to be done here. So number 5 worst one that I saw was putting glue or gelatin on your face to remove blackheads. So this one, you know, not super offensive, but it's still dumb. It could still, depending on your skin type, it could still give you a reaction. Elmer's Glue and gelatin, they do nothing for taking anything off of your skin except for maybe the top layer of cells that are going to go off on their own anyway. And a lot of times this stuff, in terms of blackheads specifically, if it does get a hold of something, if anything, it might be a sebaceous filament, and you don't want to get rid of those. I've seen tons of people who are overly aggressive about trying to get rid of blackheads, and after a while they don't realize they're not getting rid of blackheads anymore. They're actually removing that sebaceous filament, and that's not healthy. That's going to totally fuck up your skin, and that's something that you need. So if you get to that point, then you're looking a little bit too closely at your skin. It will be a lot easier to have a nice steamy shower, and then if you need to, you can put on a little bit of a moisturizer or a little bit of maybe tea tree oil or something, then actually going up to the mirror and then pushing up really gently like this on your nose. I know it looks weird, you know, go like that and kind of wiggle a little bit. I wasn't putting my finger up my nose. And you just kind of push up because automatically that skin is going to kind of squish on itself, and that means the pores are going to kind of like push each other closed. Whatever is inside them that needs to come out will push out, and it'll all happen at once. So you don't even have to focus on individual pores or anything. They'll all just ooze out like a Play-Doh maker. And if nothing comes out, nothing needs to come out. If you do see visible blackheads, it means that you are not moisturized enough. It means maybe your shower wasn't steamy enough. The other thing is that pores close really quickly. So if you take a steamy shower and then 20 minutes later you go to push out blackheads, they're not going to come out. It's a much safer alternative. It's really easy. It can really easily fit into your skincare routine if you feel like blackheads are kind of a consistent problem for you, and none of that involves putting random crap on your face. So number 4 is actually something that seems kind of innocuous, but it could cause a lot of problems, and that's using red lipstick as an under eye color corrector. While I do preach about how a lot of products are versatile and how you can usually use makeup products in place of other makeup products, for the most part, lipstick formulas these days are going to be made to be thick and long-lasting and to stay in one spot, and the skin on our lips and the skin around our eyes are completely different. So if you start using red lipstick regularly as a color corrector, then you are going to start noticing little white dots around your eyes. These are called milia, and it's basically something that starts appearing when you have something that's too heavy on your skin. So it can even happen when you have an eye cream that's too heavy for you. So little particles of oil and debris and sebum are going to get trapped in your pore, and they're going to cause hard little white pinpricks just under the skin just here. And to get them out, pretty much all you can do is go to an esthetician and have them take them out with a lancet, which can be pretty painful and it's pretty frustrating, and for the most part it's completely avoidable. The frustrating thing about this is that makeup artists have been doing color correction for years, since makeup has become a thing. There have always been products for color correction, and you don't need to use lipstick for it, and there's tons of products on the market for it now. If you want to get a product that's going to be more versatile, then I suggest getting a wider range of color correcting concealer or color correcting primers, or something that's actually meant for this purpose. So to put something as heavy as a lipstick on your under eye area is just asking for a world of hurt. Okay, so number 3 is, this is kind of like a twofer because they were in the same vein, so it's 2 different beauty hacks, but I had to include them together because they are equally scary and equally stupid. So the first one is popping pimples with a safety pin, and part 2 of that is putting listerine on pimples to get rid of them. So for starters, hopefully I don't have to explain why popping pimples with a safety pin is a bad idea. You're putting an unsterilized sharp object in your face, and you're not me, you're not an esthetician. Not that I do it with my clients. I put sterilized sharp objects in my client's face. But it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And the other thing I'd like to mention is because I see so much about how to pop pimples and how people can't help picking at their face and stuff, I will be doing a video on how to properly extract your own pimples from your face, the do's and don'ts, when you should do it, when you should not do it, and it might be a little bit graphic, so keep an eye out for that, but that's something I'm gonna have to address, so I will be. And then listerine, to get rid of them, it's like putting alcohol on your face. All that happens, if it does happen to get rid of them, it's just gonna be really, really drying out your skin. So it's not that you're killing the bacteria like a good acne treating product would, you're killing bad stuff and good stuff in your skin, so you wanna completely avoid that. If you really wanna use something that's store-bought and something that's kind of quick, go ahead and use benzoyl peroxide if you want to. Again, I'm not very much of a fan because it's another something that's going to just dry you out, but it will be nowhere near as harsh as listerine. My personal favorite is actually using tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is very, very quick. I never get hyperpigmentation from it. The tea tree helps get rid of redness, it helps get rid of inflammation and swelling, and my pimple is definitely gone within like 3 days. Alright, the next one is definitely scary territory, and that is number 2, using baking soda as a face scrub. What the fuck? Who the fuck comes up with this shit? It's a strong abrasive ingredient that it's just too strong for your skin. It's going to just, tear everything up. It's going to give you micro tears. There are way better things to use. There are way safer things to use. And baking soda as a face scrub is like, that's scraping the bottom of the barrel type desperation type shit. It doesn't work. And this kind of goes for any sort of like beauty hack scrub that you see online. A lot of them are just going to be too strong. If you're kind of trying to throw something together with household products or food in your fridge and stuff, it's too easy to throw off the balance of your skin or cause too much damage or take off too much skin or something like that. It's not something that is made to go on your face. And the reason I mention this is because the things that are made to go on your face, things that are sold in stores, are things that have been looked at specifically for skin on your face, not even for skin on your body, but for the skin on your face. So they include things that generally are going to be a lot better for you than something that you find in your fucking cabinet. Rant done about that one. I'm going to go on to the number 1 worst thing I've heard, and I never in a million years would fathom this. This one was told to me by my friend XO Loveletty. I'll link her channel below. She is another makeup enthusiast, and she also does all vegan, all cruelty-free makeup. So yeah, I'll link her below. But yeah, I asked on Twitter if anybody knew about beauty hacks that were horrible, and she replied with shaving your face. What the fuck? Letty brought up a really good point. Someone's gonna see that and it's gonna be a little 10-year-old girl thinking, oh, that's a good idea. Or even any age of teenage girl thinking it's a good idea to shave your face. And the whole logic behind that, is to make your foundation go on smoother. That's it. Unlike the other beauty hacks I mentioned, this one doesn't even have anything to do with skincare. Not like the other ones were good ideas for skincare, but this one is purely just for a really, really, really trivial aesthetic reason of making your foundation go on better. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of products out there that are specifically aimed for making your foundation go on better. First off the top of my head, primer. And none of them involve altering your face. And the other stupid thing about it, actually getting into the skincare side of it, is shaving anywhere on your body is going to open up your skin to a host of problems. You could get pseudofolliculitis, razor burns, you could cut yourself, you could get pimples from it, you could start to get acne in places that you've never had acne before. That literally happens, and it's easy for that to happen. The other thing is that everyone has hair on their face. And to break it down a little bit further, there's 2 types of hair on our body. There is thicker terminal hair, which is anything that's going to have coarse texture to it or color, so head hair, downstairs hair, any of that good stuff. And then there's also vellus hair, which is the hair that we're referring to when we say we're going to shave our faces to make our foundation go on better. The vellus hair, even though we can't really see it, even though it's really small and almost you can't really feel it, it still plays an important part. To be specific, it helps with regulating the temperature of our body. So when it's hot, it's helpful because it helps draw sweat out of the pore, and it means it's going to help with perspiration so that we cool down. So if we don't have the vellus hair to help with that, we're going to stay hotter. And likewise, in the winter, it helps trap heat. So when you think about putting on layers to trap warmth, the vellus hair actually does that. It helps insulate, and it might seem really small, but it's really important. And getting rid of it is just, my head hurts. When you take a razor to your face, you're going to be taking off the surface layer of skin, maybe more than that by accident. You're going to be opening up your pores a little bit. You're going to be inviting, bacteria into your face. And depending on how sanitary your makeup and your makeup brushes are, you could just be patting bacteria right into your face after you shave the hair off. And because of beauty hacks like that, there are tons of people, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there's tons of people who are not going to try very hard to think about it. They're not going to do a lot of research, or they're not going to be invested enough to do research, and they want just like a quick and easy fix, and they're going to think, this makes sense, I'm going to do this, and then shit's going to hit the fan. I mean, some people are really lucky and they can do experimental things with their skin and not have it really affect them, but there are other people where if you do something like this, it could completely change their skin for the rest of their life, and it really sucks. It really, really sucks that people think it's okay to just like spout this crap all over the place, because it could be incredibly harmful, and it's not fair. Honestly, if you don't fucking know anything about skincare, you should keep your mouth shut. You could hurt people. I mean, even for me this is really serious, because depending on what I do, I could be talking about a specific disease or disorder with a client, and if it goes just a shade to a different area of the skin or a different part of the body, it could be pretty much illegal for me to even talk about it. I would have to legally refer them to a dermatologist, to a doctor. And so for people online to be going this far, like of course, when you're online, there's no accountability and you can do whatever you want. And the kind of people that are putting up this crap on Pinterest probably don't really have to worry about backlash, but hopefully somebody sees my video and realizes, do more research when it comes to skincare. Don't believe every blind thing you see, and this goes for stupid fucking trends that I see too. Anyway, I hope watching this video has enlightened you a little bit or has educated you a little bit. Yeah, kind of a different video. I don't think I've done a list video or even like a rant/negative video in a while, but here this is. I just kind of had to talk about it because I can see people trying all of these, and I've actually already seen evidence of people trying all of these, and I want to try to make sure that you watching this video are not the next person to try something out, and also not the next person to potentially really screw up your skin. And I'm actually really curious if you've ever tried a beauty hack that you found on Pinterest or Reddit or Twitter or YouTube or anything before. Comment, let me know. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.